Hello and welcome to the latest live stream. It's Wednesday. My name's Derek, also known as TatPeddler. If you're not already subscribed to the channel or seen any of these lives, this is a photography live working hangout style live, which you can just have on in the background as you work, and you can see what I've picked up recently and what I'm listing on eBay. So I'll just start and say hello to the chat. Let me just bring chat up. Let's see it here. Okay, Leanne was first in. Welcome, Leanne. Damien's in. Hiya, Damien. Reselling Polly. Jason. That's it. So yeah, hi everybody. Welcome to the stream. Right, so I've been to a couple of car boot sales since I did the last stream, and also an auction where I basically filled my car up. So I've got loads of different things, and I've picked up a few interesting things over the past couple of weeks. So yeah, I'll get those photography done today. Yeah, and I'll show you what I picked up, and I'll clean it up and get it listed. So let me just switch to my webcam view of the... Okay, so hopefully there you can see a vintage carriage clock there. I've put the camera angle slightly different. Also hope that the audio's good. Fingers crossed it is this time. If it's not, let me know. Yeah, so I'll go over there and I'll start on this first item. Okay, so hopefully you can still hear me, even though I'm over the other side of my office. This is a St. Michael clock. It's got a date of December 1988 in here, so it's nice and vintage. It did have a corroded battery in it. I've already cleaned up the compartments here, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a clean up now, and then I'll get it photographed. So as always, I've got my window and glass cleaner, and somewhere, here we go, I have my famous clean rag. So yeah, it's just a case of giving it a bit of a spray and a clean. Now I don't predict this is going to be worth a great deal, but we'll have a look in a minute, see what they're going for. I picked this up at the car boot sale. It wouldn't have been more than £1, I wouldn't have thought. There we go, and I've got a tea towel here just to dry it off. What I do need to do is put a battery in there to test it. Okay, so that's basically, I mean, it has got a little bit of, let me just see if I can get that glass a little bit cleaner there. And I'm hoping this will be a better view for you to see what I'm doing at this sort of angle, because I can put the item there and you can actually see how I'm taking the photo. So that's my idea there. Yeah, so let's see how much one of these goes for on eBay. Okay, let me go to my shared screen. I've got eBay up here, so let's search for St. Michael. This is a carriage clock, isn't it? Clock. I think I've spelled it wrong. Hopefully, there we go. So something similar there. Don't know how they know that's made in Germany. Oh, this one's made in the UK, as you can probably just about see there. Yeah, so it's not worth that much. So I'll probably pitch this. Let me just check. Wooden St. Michael clock. Yeah, I'm going to put this at $9.99 plus postage. It's probably a fair enough price for that, I think. Let me see who else has popped into the chat. Let me just bring this over. Okay, so Chris is in. Hi, Chris. Tea Cakes. Hi, Tea Cakes. Yeah, so I'm assuming the sound is good. Fingers crossed. Yeah, Jason says sounds and looks good, Derek. Oh, brilliant. Cheers. Hiya, Lucy. Welcome. Okay, so yeah, so that's the first item I'm going to take photos of. It's got like a model number on the bottom, which I'll put in the description, and it's also got made in the UK. So this is something I put on Etsy and on eBay. As I said, it's not worth a lot, but this is a nice thing, isn't it, to get listed in the 80s. So I'll pop it there. Let me put my... There we go. Okay. Right, so as always, I'm just using my standard iPhone to take the photos. Nothing special at all. And I'll just take a nice picture for the front. And what I also do with this sort of item, if I know it's going to go onto Etsy, I'll do a zoomed out picture, because Etsy actually cut the top and bottom of your picture for the thumbnail. It makes it sort of into a widescreen view, but then all the others are 1:1 like eBay. So I do a zoomed out photo, and that allows it to zoom, and I don't actually lose top and bottom of the item. What I'm also going to do is do like a side-on view. Just turn it around like this. And as you can see, as always, I'm using my white background here. It's got spots, various spots around it, which I have to sort of conceal as I take photos. So sometimes I'll place the item on these tears and rips and things. I really need a new sheet here, but it's still okay for now. I'll do one with the door open, do one of the sticker, and make sure that date of 1988 is clearly shown. We do one of the actual mechanism there, and also one of the bottom of the item where it's got the model number and made in the UK. Maybe a zoomed in picture of the actual face of the clock as well, maybe when it's laying there. There you go. I suppose I could also do the top. There, so that's plenty of photos. What I do need to do is put a battery in it. So, fingers crossed this is a good battery. Let's have a look at the time. It's 12:15. So, I'll set the time there. I'll leave it going. Can't actually hear it ticking or anything like that, so hopefully that battery is good. I can always try a different battery if the clock doesn't actually move. So I'll just pop it up there for now, and I'll check back on that a bit later on. Okay. Well, I'm competing with Boris Johnson, who's just gone live. Let's see if anybody else joined. No, I don't think so. Everybody's just saying hi to everybody, which is great. Yeah, I'll go and get another item. Okay, so this is something I picked up at the boot sale. I saw it just dumped on the floor and obviously thought it looked a bit vintage, but the back is all loose on it. So I thought it was like a turntable to begin with, but it's a radio like that. So no idea if this is going to work. Hopefully it will, but I'm going to have to figure out why this is broken here. But let me take it over to the photography area so you can see it in more detail as I take the back off, and we can see if I can get this working. Okay, let me pull the back off here and let's see what the deal is. Okay, so it looks like the actual power comes from there. Well, there's a light bulb anyway. Don't know what that is. That looks like the actual original power lead. It's got a couple of fuses in there. So this is probably, it's going to have to be solders for repairs, spares repairs. I'm probably not going to meddle with this. No idea why this light bulb's here. Maybe somebody's added that at a later date. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with putting a plug on this. I don't think. I think it's just going to be a case of selling it as is. It'd be nice to be able to get a name of it or some sort of brand. I mean, there's the tube in there, the valve, whatever it is. Can't actually see a maker's name. Let's pop this back in. Let's take a look up here. Let's see if there's anything in here. So there's nothing on here either. There's a little, I assume that's where you've got to point the dial. So yeah, it's basically going to be sold as is. If anybody recognises it or can think what it could be, what I will do, are you struggling to hear me? That's probably my microphone. Let me see if right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn on the webcam audio for the other microphone and let's see if that works. It might come out quite like a chipmunk of sound effect, but we shall see. I can just add another capture to this HD webcam. Okay. So hopefully you can hear me from here quite well, and it's not like a chipmunk sound. If somebody could let me know. And let me know if you can hear me when I'm sat down now as well, because I've basically swapped the microphone, so it's now using the microphone over my photography desk. Okay, so hopefully you can hear that, and then right, Okay, so I think I've sorted the audio now, so hopefully you can hear this and it's nice and clear. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother cleaning this too much. Give it a quick wipe. And I think this is going to be something I'd sell for around the sort of $39.99 or best offer, and just see what happens really with it. I don't think it cost me a lot. So I'll take a picture with it open. That would be my main shot. Take a zoomed out one for Etsy, if I can get it. Take one of the top there, one at the side, one with it closed at an angle maybe. I also need to show that the top is actually coming off. So what I'll probably do that at the back, make sure, just basically take a photo with it open, and also a zoomed in photo of it like this as well. And maybe just show that that wire is cut, and then just show the bulb wire as well. It basically is what it is, you know. Get the top on, there you go. I could do one on its side maybe. Maybe even just do that so they can see that it's coming apart, I don't know. Maybe I won't do that, and I'll just declare that it's not fixed. But yeah, I'll do one of the very fronts as well, with the handle out, so people can see that they can actually lift it up. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's get another item, and I'll show you that. Let me just check on with the chat first. Here we go. So yeah, Nick's in. Hey Nick, I watched your live with Rod earlier on. Hopefully all the sound's good now. Some talk about OBA. Always have a few. Yeah, how have people's sales been? Mine's been pretty bad over the last couple of days, but I think it's because I haven't really done much listing, which is one of the reasons why I I wanted to get this stream done because really need to get some new things photoed. So and this helps me actually get a load done that I can get listed later on tonight. So it's a good idea coming on live, and it's a bit like Nick's going on live every morning and every evening, and that helps him be accountable for what he's doing during the day. These streams where I take the photos and stuff is a similar sort of setup where it sort of forces me to get things done, basically. Okay, so let me go get the next item. Okay, so this is the next item. This is a Philips alarm clock. I think it's got a CD, yeah, CD player. Quite a nice looking thing, actually. It's quite a modern looking one. Hopefully it's got, it's got a radio. No aux in, which is a shame because people like to plug in their iPhones and stuff now, but it's a good brand, being Philips. Really all depends on whether it works, so let's plug it in. Got the power. Yeah. Just turn the volume down. So you can hear that. That's medium wave. So we've got FM. Yeah, that seems to work. So now I need to check the CD. So I've got my standard testing CD, which is One Direction, which came to me in one of these type items. I'll just give it a bit of a wipe before I put the CD in. Obviously taking care not to actually get anything on the lens. Let's see if it works. So what I'm not seeing is any clock time on there, so that might not be good. It's not spinning. Yep, this doesn't look like it works. This is a bit of a shame. Radio works. But as you can see, there's no actual time displayed. There's nothing displayed on the LCD, and the CD doesn't seem to work. So unfortunately, This one looks like it's just gonna be disposed of. It's the problem buying electricals, I think. It was a nice looking thing as well, but never mind. That's how it goes. Okay, let me go and get another item. Okay, so let me show you these. I've got this. These all came from an auction job lot, so basically owe me nothing. This is a stainless steaming picture. It's brand new. Probably worth very little, but I will look it up in a second. Another item came from the job lot is this. I get a lot of these sort of things, and this is a little set of knives, and they have Sheffield Deluxe Stainless England written on them. It's like little, they're not sharp knives, they're just standard dinner knives, so it should be good to sell on eBay, I would have thought. And this wine bottle vacuum sealer, Ernest and Giulio Gallo, brand new and sealed, so that's got to be worth something. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me on this screen. Let's have a look at this one. Ernest and Giulio Gallo wine bottle sealer. Gonna make my millions with this. £10.67, $3.99. Okay, so it's not really worth anything. I'll stick it on for $9.99 and see how that goes. These knives, are they fish knives? Are they fish knives? Is that fish knives? I have no idea about this sort of thing. Looks like they've got some sort of plasticky handle to them, but some of them are a bit sort of worn, shall we say, split. But they're in they're in their little box. I hate to throw this stuff away because it's old stuff, and even though it's only worth very little, it's got to be worth it won't be worth a lot. But I hate to see it just chucked in landfill. It's such a shame. So Sheffield Deluxe stainless knives. looking for something similar. Yeah, so yeah, fish butter bread knives. So as you can see here, similar ones, $9.99 there, $8.99, butter knives. Prices all over the place for this sort of thing. It's worth listing just to keep it in circulation, basically. I hate, things like that box. It's just, I just hate to get rid of something like that. It's such a shame for that to just be thrown away. Hiya Tom, welcome to the stream. Saw the meatloaf cassette for $6.99. I've got loads of tapes. I've basically started to bundle them up because I was listing them for like, similar sort of price, $6.99. But once I've posted them and stuff, it's just, I just don't know whether it's worth it really. So I tend to bundle them. I've still got a big bundle, but a lot of my tapes are things like this. Cliff Richard, 25 Years of Gold, which I think is what Rod had on his vinyl, didn't he, earlier? This doesn't even look like a genuine copy. The inlay looks like it's been photocopied, but it's got a proper cassette in it. And things like that, Irish comedians. That's all I seem to pick up is, things like that. I get them at the auctions. And there's another one here, the Everly Brothers, 1957. Right. Let me get the photos taken of these knives. I was going to look at the picture, wasn't I? I don't think that's worth anything, but let's have a quick look. In fact, this has a barcode, so I can probably just scan it in. Surprisingly, it doesn't actually. Oh, here you go. Somebody in Ireland has one for £12.48 and he sold one. There you go, you see. And our copy is listing. So yeah, quick to list. I'll list that. Okay, let's get the photography done. Yeah, Rod had that gem. Well, what you could do, you could have the cassette and the vinyl and sell it as a rare bundle. How about that? Right. Let's get these. See, this is the sort of thing I won't want to spend too long taking. It will just be a snap, snap, snap type thing. It's really almost not worth bothering with. This is the problem when I go to auctions. I just end up with a lot of this sort of stuff. That's one done. Get these knives done, so take a picture of the box. The lid off the box. What I'll do is that'll be my main photo, I think. And I'll do a zoomed out one for Etsy. I can put these on Etsy. I'll try and get a picture of the lettering on there, and also I want to show that some of the I don't know if you're going to be able to see in the picture there, but the handle has some crazing and cracks on it, which I want to try and show. Maybe like that. Okay, and I'll lay them out a little bit nicer in the box. There we go. So, snap. Let's do one at the bottom of the box as well. I have plenty of photos, so there as well. A quick few of this picture thing. Just have one out of the box like that. Right. Okay, so that's a few smaller items sorted. Okay, so let me get some more items. I want to just check the chat first. Let me see. Ever heard of Transvision Vamp? Yeah, I have. Yeah, they had a big... weren't they like a one-hit wonder type thing though? There was only like a couple of songs. I can't remember what their most popular song was. Baby I Don't Care. There you go. Yeah, I remember that. Do you use the square picture function? Yes, I do. I use the one on the iPhone where you just select the square one, but I do that as my main photo. And any zoomed in photos, if it looks better with the widescreen view, I use that as well. So basically a mixture. But yeah, with Etsy, they use the widescreen one as their thumbnail, so you need to have basically a main picture for eBay and a main picture for Etsy, I find. They had quite a few hits and a couple of huge albums. Alright, maybe I just oh yeah, there's another one here, I Want Your Love. I think I remember that as well. I probably just heard it on the radio, I guess, but I do remember them. Okay, so let me get the next item. Okay, I'm sure Nick will recognise this little game. I've sold quite a few of these and they do quite well at Christmas, I find. You just got to put this guy's name on it. I can't even remember who he is now. But yeah, put him as a keyword. And yeah, to check that all the bits are there. So easy list there. It's in quite good condition, reasonably good condition anyway, some tape on it. But yeah, there's that. That was £1 from the boot sale. And I got this from the auction, which is H. Samuel. And it's a picture frame that is all falling to bits. Hopefully I can fix it up. Needs a bit of a polish probably, and a glue by the looks of things, because it's supposed to be glued. So this is going to be a bit of a fixer upper. I put some of the, what do you call it, the Gorilla Glue on it, and get that fixed up. I should be able to take the photos before I do that. It comes with a lovely piece of paper that says silver plated, hand polished and lacquer coated. So yeah, doubt it's worth anything. Let's have a quick look. I can get rid of that now. Here we go. Right, so silver plated, H. Samuel picture frame. Very similar thing there. 11 euros, 19 euros. Yeah, so that's the sort of thing I'd probably put on for $14.99 plus postage with offers, I guess. Damien's trying to flog his old cassettes. Yeah, join the queue. I've got a big bag of. I've probably got about 3 carrier bags full of cassettes, but yeah, as I said before, they're a bit like the Cliff Richard type stuff. So yeah, I'll do them as bundles. I've actually, I can show you actually. Actually, I could take some photos of them actually. Things like this. It's just really this, which is we remember them well. I don't know if it's even focusing, but yeah, you get, I think you get 3 or 4 cassettes with that. I've only got 3. I've got, actually I will take the photos of these because I need to get them done. So they've been sitting on my windowsill in piles for ages. James Last, a big bundle of James Last cassettes. Easy listening favourites. Last the Whole Night Through. Non-stop. Lively. The Magic of James Last. If you're a James Last fan, I am your man. Okay, so I've got them. Also have a collection of Jim Reeves cassettes and SS Marches, which I think is actually worth a little bit more. So I sold a bundle of these. And I sold them for about £60. I think there was about 10 of them. Yeah, and I think I actually undersold them. Cassettes that have no real value, I ended up selling loose in bundles, so crafters and upcyclers, they sold quick. Alright, so literally take them out, he's saying like take them out of the box and just pile them up. And somebody will make I don't know, I don't know what they'd make with them. Maybe that's an idea. I've done that with keyboards, old keyboards that I get from the auctions. I basically took all the keys off and sold the keys, but the amount of effort to do that and then cleaning the keys, it's just not really worth it. You get about £6 for the keys or something. Yeah, the SS one is the money there, yeah. I think so. I don't think it's worth a lot though. I did look it up. but yeah, it's probably worth. I'm assuming I'm okay to list that on eBay. I'm always worried about that sort of thing. I've sold blank tapes as well, used blank tapes, a bundle of like 10 for £10. It's basically just money for nothing really, isn't it? But I don't buy them purposely, tapes. Actually, when I was at the car boot sale on Sunday, there was a little tray of tapes and it said £2 a lot, and on the top there was 2 Commodore 64 tapes, and I thought, aha. But then I looked and there was two Commodore 64 tapes, and then the rest were things like James Last and Cliff Richard. So I didn't bother buying them because I don't think the C64 games weren't anything special either. Okay, so yeah, let's get these tapes pictured. At least then I can get on with listing them. Okay. So I don't know what others do, but I generally just take pictures a bit like this. I don't want to spend too long on them. I'll take a couple just to show they're in the cases. A new one. Maybe just, I suppose if I take a photo of the backs, they can see what's on them as well. Okay. See, the problem is I've spent too long on them already now, in my view. Make it worth all the effort. This is the problem I've got. Oh, I've just noticed the clock. It's still at 12:15. So either this battery's no good or the clock's no good. I'll try this battery. I've just got so many batteries lying around, I really need to sort them. I'm going to put this one in, and if that doesn't work, I'll actually try a battery I know works out my TV remote or something. I really need to buy a battery tester. Right, hopefully I'll get a track list off the internet for them. I just don't like selling them. Let's get the James Last on there as well. Always one that doesn't quite fit into the nice display. Maybe that's better. That will do. This is probably why I don't actually sell a lot of tapes, because I don't put any effort into the photos maybe, but okay, let's see if I can make this a little bit more presentable. Cloth really, should I? That will do. Okay, so I've got to glue that. Glass goes in. This goes on. So I know you can't see what I'm doing here, but there we go. Right, so I don't know, something like that will do. Again, it's not worth spending a lot of time on it. One of those things where you've got to be careful what you have in the reflection of the glass. I don't want to spend any more time on it. I do have to glue it though, which I will do later on. But I will do it before I list it, because otherwise, knowing me, I forget and I post it out and they get it all broken. I shall put that there to do the work on. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at the chat. Cassette boxes are good to send jewellery and small items. That might be an idea, just to sell the empty cases and stuff, I suppose. Yeah, I might look at doing that with the rest of the stuff then. Dave Repairs says hello. Hiya Dave. I've got the SS Marches as well to list. I'll do that quick actually. See, the SS Marchers is something I'll probably spend a little bit more time on, because I imagine that having more value. Take a photo of the track list. I suppose that will do, I think. Yeah, that will do. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I spoke to you, Dave. I think I haven't been in many live chats. I've been popping in and out, but yeah, not watching many lives all the way through really. I watched them later on, but not when they're actually live. How do you photo mirrors? Generally what I do, I point them up, as you can see here, I point them up towards the side of my photography area, and what I also do is, if they're a big mirror, I actually photograph them in the hallway, and I get the angle correctly, so it's basically getting the reflection of the opposite wall in my hallway, which is a clean wall, and therefore it just completely has an empty space in the mirror. Works quite well. Yeah, put your clothes on before you take pictures of mirrors, TVs and things like that. Yeah, and pretty much all my TV things, you can always see my hand with the iPhone in the reflection. Okay, so next item. Okay, so picked up this one week, and then the following week picked up this. It's exactly the same item, just slightly different colours. It's a Molyneux Aspirator 1. Let's have a look, see how much they're worth. Oh. Number 1. Aha. Not worth a lot. Handheld of that. There's probably better ways to search for it though as well. Let me get rid of that. No, it hasn't helped. Not worth a lot then. But it's the sort of item I like to sell. So he's priced it a little bit higher. That's the sort of thing that I'll be going on. I'll get them photoed anyway. Got to do the hangman as well. I almost forgot about the hangman. I'll do the hangman first. Okay, so what I usually do here is just take a picture of the box, and also I like to take a picture of the sort of model number as well. So I think they change over the years. It's usually just in the corner. And it gives me a chance to do a couple of different angled shots just to demonstrate the condition of the box. Yep, this is one with the instructions on the inside, which is good, so we've got the instructions there. 1977, so I'll probably take a picture of that. Still got to count the bits, haven't counted them yet. We'll get the photos done first. How many? It's 2 sets of 68 letters. I'll check them out later. Bound to be a couple missing. Usually is, but I suspect in this sort of game it doesn't matter too much. The odd couple missing. Don't know. Yeah, it must be the top, mustn't it? I'll put it like that. I'm thinking that's probably the right way round. A photo like that. Photo like that. Photo of the cards. Photo like that. As well, if I've got space. That's it. And that will go up here with the other board games. Okay. What do you think with bad box condition, like how much? I don't think it matters too much if the box is in bad condition, as long as I've got photos of it. I will sell it. I'll price it accordingly, of course. But yeah, I'll basically list most things. I'm always on the view that I've got it, I've bought it, or I've obtained it either as a big job lot at the auctions. May not be what I would choose at the boot sale if I was buying it individually, but if I've got it, I might as well list it. Either that or take it to the boot sale. But I'm not really doing any boot sales, so it really is just a case of listing it on eBay. Right. Looks a bit grim. Let's plug it in. Always like to check these wires out before I actually plug things in, because wires can become brittle with age, split and that sort of thing. This is probably not old enough for that, but it's something to be aware of. If the electricity goes off, it's probably that. Let's try it anyway. Works. Bit of insulation tape around the wire there to hold it all nicely. This case of laying out all the accessories. It's got the instructions here. It's even got list of service agents, the original guarantee. That doesn't come with it, so I'll get rid of that. What's that? So that's how I've laid it out there. Be okay. As again, we looked at the value of these, and they're not great. So again, it's not worth spending a lot of time on it. I actually thought these would be worth a lot more than what it was, but sometimes it's not the case. Photo of the box as well. I find I've been selling a lot of stuff to props departments that like sold quite a few things. I was going to do a video on it. Sold quite a few things recently to Pinewood Studios, and I think there's Manchester Studios or something. So yeah, it's worth listing these things. And I also find that they don't seem to worry about the cost of them either. It's all based on the condition, so it's well worth listing them high and then seeing what people go on them for. So I've got the identical item. This one looks like it might be slightly newer, a newer model or something. And it comes with dead spider as well. Excellent. And this has got the instructions as well. Let me just it's going to shake this box outside to get rid of the animals. Right, okay. And do you remember when you used to get cards like that in electrical items telling you which wires go to which thing on the plug? Because you never used to get the plugs on your electrical items, you had to fit them yourself. So let's see if this one works. And it does, excellent. Put my insulation tape. Sometimes it's amazing how you can be using something 1 minute, like a tape measure or a pen or something like that, and then you go to use it again and it's completely vanished. Does anybody else get that? I get it all the time. I have about 3 or 4 tape measures laying around from always losing them, but even with that I still lose them all, and I can, and then they all turn up at one point all together. It's really weird. I get that a lot. That'll do. Okay. A couple of photos of the box. That's it. Okay. Right, let me check in with the chat. Okay. So yeah, so Nick says the board game will still sell with a few letters missing, so that's good. So I've just got to count them and declare what's there. I haven't got any spares, so yeah, that's fine, I think. I don't know what the current prices are, but I'll price it at Q4 prices. Tea Cake says, just refunded a grumpy customer 2 minutes ago. 4 PSP games were in really good condition, says there were marks all over them. Had his microscope out, only £9. Yeah, see, that's what I find. The lower priced items, I've said it before and I think I heard it from someone else, low end items end up with low end customers. I think that was the phrase. It's just going to cause you problems. But the problem is you've got to sell whatever you can get, really, haven't you? Nick says all day, every day, I can lose anything. I'm losing stuff all the time. Scissors, pens, tape measures, sellotape. I have this tape and it's always going missing. And I've got brand new rolls. I've got absolutely loads of rolls of this. And I've probably got 3 rolls sort of in use at any one time because I can never find them all. I have a bright fluorescent day glow coloured tape measures. It doesn't help. Yeah. Hi, chop chop, busy busy, bang bang, work work, bang bang. Name is. Right, so I think I've got a couple more items left. So let me see what I've got left, and then we'll call it a day with the stream. Okay, so how many items do people generally get listed a day? Because I like to get 10 on, but it is a bit of a struggle to get 10 on each day. Obviously it depends what you actually sell, I guess, but 10 listings for me involve photography, testing, cleaning, as well as listing. So oh, excuse me. Okay. This is a Microsoft Xbox power supply. These actually do quite well on their own. So I've already tested this with an Xbox, so it does work. But what you do need to make sure, if I just bring back on here, make sure that you take a photo of that, because there's a couple of different types and they're not all interchangeable. And some of these are worth more than others depending on the voltage and stuff that comes out of them. So yeah, make sure you take a photo of that and the model number. But yeah, this needs a bit of a clean. Hi Jimmy, welcome. Paul for short. I'll try and remember that. Damien's listed 8 so far. Yeah, I did some listing this morning actually when I was listening to Nick and Rod, but I took the photos yesterday, so the stuff I'm taking photos now will probably get listed later tonight. Probably when Peter Ray is on, because I usually try and catch Peter. Got a problem with my car actually, which means I can't go to the auctions tonight. It's a bit of a shame, but I have actually got a lot of stuff because I've had my parents up over the last week, so I haven't really got any listing done. So I really want to get a lot listed and get all that what he's building up the back pile again of stuff. And trying to bring in a few more sales, because the last couple of days, really the sales have really dropped. So let me just check this actually. Damien says it varies. He's listed 8 so far, with 2 more drafted, ready to list now. Tea Cake says, despite what I said about PSP games, I usually sell bigger, higher priced. Oh dear, it's all this dust I think from these hoovers. usually sell bigger, higher priced one-off items, so 10 is a good day for me. Yeah, 10's 10 is like, I'm happy with 10. If I get more than 10, I'm really pleased. I don't do 10, I feel like I haven't really done enough. So I usually get the 10 done, but a lot of the time the 10 involves quicker, sort of easier things just to get that 10 on. Let me get this done anyway. This needs a bit of a clean. And I'll put a bit of insulation tape just around this, just to hold it all. So I think going forward with these lives, I'm going to continue to do this live. I don't think I'm going to do the Tuesday live anymore. He's still on a Tuesday night. I find it very difficult to do lives in the evening. I quite like this sort of live because I can get on with work and also do the live at the same time, and so I quite like that setup. Plus there's not that many lives on during the day, so I think it's good to have some sort of other lives going on in the day, not just all in the evenings. I used to enjoy George Ross's one that he does in the mornings, the Morning Readies one. That was really good. Hopefully he'll bring that back at some point. Okay, so that's the power supply done. What else did I have? Oh yes. Okay. Let's bring up this. So Paul, yeah, it was Paul, has drafted one so far. So yeah, you can only do what you can do depending on what else you're doing per day. Sometimes I struggle to list anything at all, but I have 15 to 20 tea sales to pack and post every day. Yeah, that's it. If you have a really good day selling, one day, obviously that has a knock-on effect of your productivity listing wise the next couple of days. Okay, so I picked this up from the boot sale on Sunday. I looked it up when I was there, and I think it sold for about £30, 25 to 30. So I'm going to have a look now, because I often find you look at the boot sale on your phone, and then you get home, and it's worth quite a lot. And you get home, and then you look again, and it's like worthless. Clairol the Heat Wrap. Here we go. Right, so like €27 there. €17. I don't know why all this is coming up in euros. Oh, I'm on eBay IE. eBay.co.uk. That's weird. I must have clicked on somebody's listing. Clear all the heat wrap. Okay, £25. £14.99. So it's worth something. £16. Right, so it's worth processing. The box is a bit tatty, but not too bad. Let's take a picture of it like that. This is one of those things where you don't know how clean it's going to be, or it's obviously been stored for a very long time. But it's all there. Turn it off. Hopefully it will heat up. And the lights come on. I don't know if you can see that, the light's flickering away there, or it's not flickering here, but it's flickering on the screen. Oh, there's something else in here as well. What's this? Oh, this is a massager. Oh, so this will plug in. Oh! There we go. I'm not going to touch that too much. I just need to know. Unplug that. I'll put it on 2, and I'm assuming this should heat up. So I'm just going to leave it for a little while to heat up there. Let me see if anything else is happening in the chat. Nick says he's still packing here. Andrea keeps selling ceramics. Yeah, I can imagine those take a little bit of packing as well. I've sold quite a few ceramics over my time, and always have to cover them in bubble wrap and stuff. And got a dinner set to get listed as well, but I used to sell them as separate items so they were easy to pack, but I've thought about trying as one big bundle, so I'm going to try that this time, but it is harder to pack like that, isn't it? Just had a lady come round and collect the £50 glass lampshade we sold, so at least I don't have to pack that. Well, that's really good then. Was that a Facebook sale, or was that like collection only from eBay? I had a Facebook. It was actually a ceramic thing that they were supposed to come today, but they messaged earlier and said they've changed their minds. So I've had to put that back on eBay, because when somebody agrees to buy something and I give them my address for collection, I tend to put it out of stock on eBay and Etsy, and then I had to put it back on sale. You know, once I realised. Yeah, I think my sniffing is when I took those hoovers out. I think it's the dust from the hoovers, so I can still smell that sort of dusty smell. Old. Smells like an old house now from those vacuum cleaners. So I think it's that. I need to clean them actually before I sell them. Get rid of any dust that might be in there. I assume they've got like a little container in there that the dust goes into. Victoria Plum's in higher. Paul says, how does that QR thingy work? Yeah, I think the buyer, the seller has a QR code. No, the buyer has the QR code that the seller has to scan to say that it's been picked up. I've never actually had to do it though. I did actually sell something for collection only, but I didn't bother asking him because I think it was dirt cheap. It was like £5 or something, and he looked like he didn't know what he was doing. Plus, I didn't really want to get too close to him, so I just marked it as picked up on eBay. Didn't have any problems. Yeah, Nick's saying there the buyer's got a QA code on their phone. Yeah, I would do it if it was a higher value item. Right. Let's see if that's heated up now. No, it's not hot. Or maybe it is hot. It's not in very good condition actually inside. Not very good at all. It is getting hot. Yeah, it's hot. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's not gonna. It doesn't work right. The massager works. It's just going to be a case of selling it as is, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to sell this as is. In fact, before I do, I wonder if these power supplies actually worth more than the heat wrap power. I'll have to have a think about this one. I don't think it's a very good, it's too worn out, I think. I might have to sell it as is. Maybe somebody will buy it as some sort of prop. I don't know. It's a shame. What I will do though is take a picture of the power supply, because that might be the best way to do it. Just sell the power supply. Not going to waste too much longer on that, because it's not a good item. Right, I think that's all the items I'm going to show today. Let's have a look at the chat before I go. Yeah, Paul says he has a chest of drawers waiting to be picked up. Yeah, just ask the buyer, I guess, to scan it. I actually sold a chest of drawers at the weekend, but I used Facebook. I find local pickup on eBay here. I don't seem to get any luck with it, but doing it on Facebook seems to be quite popular. Oh dear. Okay, so I think I'm going to call it a day there with the stream. So thanks everybody for popping by. I just noticed Tax Shack Tom Curry's in. Hiya. Yeah, I think I'm going to head off now. Probably start listing what I've took now, and maybe get some more photos done a bit later on. I know Peter's live later on tonight, I think, as normal. I think that's 8:30. I'm assuming Nick will be on. Yeah, thanks for joining, and probably do another one next week. So I'll see you all then. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.